Hey meat YouTubers, this is Mystic Spirit, aka the Cajun Witch. I haven't did a video in a very long time. I had a lot of stuff going on in my life. I was in a head-on collision, which I walked away from, but my car's totaled. We moved, and one of my dogs passed, and it's been a very tragic month. I'm glad to have it behind me, but wanted to do a video. It's my daughter behind me. Wanted to do a video on jars, because I found some unique jars that I thought you guys would be interested in. And this one is the Paul Freeman pastas. If you can see, it usually has a big face of Paul Freeman, or Paul Newman, I'm sorry, Paul Newman on here. Anyways, these are the perfect jars because they have measuring things on them. I don't know if you can see them. This is 4, this is 8, and this is 12 ounces. So it lets you, and it has it on 2 sides. So on the other side, it has the same thing. It lets you, it's a perfect jar for doing your herbs, because you can guesstimate how much you want to take out if you're into measuring the exact amount. These jars run about $2.50 at HEB, because we're in Texas. And you just clean them out really good on the inside with some warm soapy water. And then to get the labels off of them, because they're those glued labels, all you do is I take a bucket, a red dish bucket, and I've got one just for jars. I put about a squirt of Dawn dishwashing liquid. I highly recommend Dawn for this. And then I do about 1 teaspoon of vinegar, straight vinegar. Or you can also use rubbing out alcohol. I've done both. And then you just let them sit in there where the lid is, or where the label is immersed in the water. I can do 3 at a time, or 4 even. But you let them immerse in the water for about, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour. Sometimes I leave them in there half a day because I forget. But then you go get a magic eraser. You can get a big box of them for $3 or $4. Anyways, you just barely touch it with a magic eraser and it comes off, and look how crystal clear it comes off. It's something about that Dawn and either the rubbing alcohol or the vinegar that mixes and kills all of that, the glue. So it's perfect. The only thing is the lid, which if you go to Walmart, you can probably get this any craft store, but I'd go to Walmart because it's only 50 cents, 50 or 58 cents for some acrylic paint, a little bottle, and it's 2 full ounces, and you can get every color. I got like 30 colors, and like I said, they're only about 50 cents, so it's very affordable. And then you can paint the lids, or you can put fabric over the lids, however you want to do it, but the lids are easy to cover. So I mean, if that's the worst of your problem, you're doing good. So I have 3 so far, and I'm going to use these as my herb jars, and I'll do a video later on my witchy room, my new witchy room, so you can see how cool it is. I still got a lot of stuff to take out, and also a tour of my house, because we moved into the woods, and on 1.48 acres of land. Not huge, but for me, this is as far in the country as I've ever been on my own, so that's really cool. And here's another example. This one has just the imprint of the date, but you can paint this one as well, or just leave it the gold color. But this one had one of these sticky sticker type labels, and it just peeled off. But then you see the residue left on it. I don't know if you can see it right there. All you do is take a magic eraser in that warm Dawn solution, and it'll come right off. I just peeled this off a few minutes ago trying to do a video, so that's why it's still on there. But I'm going to paint this jar and use it to do ritual or spell work in it. And then last but not least, this baby right here. I love these old-fashioned jugs. This is one of those, yes, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, one of those jugs of wine. I don't drink it straight out, but I get the sangria one, and I mix it in my mead recipe, and it sits out the whole jar during a full moon, and charges up, and then I use it, portions of it. I can make 2 or 3 huge batches of my mead, but every fall I make mead, and I didn't get to last year, but this year I'm gonna make a ton of mead, and I make my own sangria. So this is a perfect jar to store it in. because it's airtight screw-on lid, and also it's good for moon water. And I'm going to paint this one as well. I have a small one, it's just a little bit smaller, that I got at Ross for like $2 or $3. It's orange, and it's got moon water in it. But I mean, this is the perfect jug, and as you can see, it fixed to my head just how big this jar is. Y'all, this is an amazing jar. You can paint it, you can put lights in it, you can put your meat, anything you use an abundance of, you can put in this jar. And I am a jar freak, container freak. You might as well say I am the queen of containers, because I see containers like nobody sees them. I see them for what they could be used for, not, oh, it's just a container to store stuff. And I have a vivid imagination and a passion for my craft. So this is a chance for me to embrace it. So this is another one. This one cost about $9 at Walmart. But like I said, you know, I use the stuff in it. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about my religion, about the craft. Excuse me with no makeup on, but it is Sunday. There's so many things you can utilize in your house and around you. I found 3 perfectly good sticks that I'm going to turn into wands. My 6-year-old is dying to have a wand. She's a Harry Potter freak, and she's dying to have a wand. So I'm going to make the wands next. And when I get those done, then I'll do a video on that. And then I'll do a video on my house, because it's pretty amazing. The house was built in 1974. It's an old house, but it has features like you would not believe. Anyway, this is just a short video on my bottles, and I'll put more videos out there. I'll be better at getting them out there on time. But I just want to say I'm back, and I'm alive. I'm still a witch. I'm more a witch now than I ever have been in my life. So just wanted to tell you to embrace who you are. Don't be ashamed to tell people who you are. Feel it from the inside. Never be afraid to tell people you're a witch. I know in this society it's hard. Anyways, I just wanted to tell you that every time you look in the mirror, you should say, I'm beautiful, because you are. And I love you. And it took a long time for me to find myself. And I'm back at full speed. So I just want to tell you, as soon as I get more ideas, I'll let you know. I love you guys, and blessed be.